It actually would not go live. That was insane. What is happening, everybody? We're kind of here, kind of live. Pull up a chair here, get some things going. Let's see, what do we got here? Get rid of that. I'm always having a hard time here. Can't even find my own live. Yeah, this is awesome. Home, library, videos. It's not even on here. There is no live. My videos. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Good morning, everybody. Oh my god. So I'll apologize for starting the live late on a Sunday morning. I have no idea what the heck was going on, but it literally was like locked or something. Put a survey on there. It was literally like locked. And then when I went to go find my live, it would not go live. It was like currently unavailable. I'm like, what do you mean unavailable? I'm like, I'm supposed to be on here. Oh, let's see who's here. Holy smokes. Jason, you're on time, but I'm not. All right, we got Keith, Demo RC, Jury VRC, Michael. Jason's here. Riff Raff is here. What's going on, guy? John Wick is here. You got to watch out for this guy, John Wick. Mr. Wick. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this episode of, it's episode 8 of COVID and Coffee. So, that's literally 9 episodes. I got to actually count them. It's either 8 or 9 episodes that we've actually been here and try to be fairly consistent. I moved my table now against more the sun so that even when the sun comes up high enough, hopefully you can see it's actually on the table, glistening on the cars. Got a little bit of a slight little issue with this vehicle right here. The Kaiju's only on here because this thing is actually ready to rip. The tires are all nice and warm. Yeah, this thing's ready to go. We're going to be doing some 6S ripping on this thing today. I'm going to see if I can actually get a top speed. The last speed that I got was 52, and I think my max speed is 53. So I've got to beat that. I got a number in mind. I am probably not going to get to it, and I'm hoping I'm not going to smash into a mailbox. So, but we'll see. It's a good day. It's nice and warm out. My neighbors are not being socially distant. Meaning like this one guy, he's just like literally had like just people coming in and out. I think like he's got a new girlfriend or something. I have no idea. But it's a riot. Remain socially distant. I've got my my GPS right here. I got this thing charging up. Looks like it's actually all set now. We'll shut this thing off. Surprisingly, this Sky RC GPS thing, it has been redeeming itself. It's actually been working, and I think what's weird, maybe through all the crashes and smashes that it had, that I guess it maybe made the buttons work better than they did out of the box, because out of the box, this thing was a pain in the neck. Like this, I think like the first crash or whatever, this button like became inoperable. It wouldn't shut off, wouldn't turn on. Like obviously if the battery died or whatever, you couldn't turn it back on. So that was kind of annoying. Obviously the case here, it's broken just from the accidents. So the Sky RC GPS, I guess, it has redeemed itself. It still is junk. Meaning, the reason why I say it's junk is because you cannot see any of the numbers if you look at it straight on, which is really, it's lame. You have to put it at like an angle and have like some kind of like light or something going into it so you can actually see what the numbers say. So that's still why I guess I'll still call this thing junk. I got my GoPro charging over there. Got my head strap right here. We got something right here. What does this look like? And it's straight too. But yeah, this right here, this belongs on this vehicle right here. We had a little bit of a, I guess you could call it a minor incident. Minor incident meaning I was at the controls, so we had an issue. Yeah. Apparently, I just don't know how to drive. But it took a good beating. It's the most minorest of things that broke, which is kind of what should happen. I'm gonna clear this off. A lot of times people are asking what I'm using, so this is pretty much the setup that I use right here. It's just this little clamp right here. It's got a small rig adapter on it, which I've had for years. And then I obviously attach a camera mount onto the top of here. And this thing's great. This has been able to go on every single remote so far that I have owned, except for the Traxxas remotes. Meaning, it has a tendency to want to slip off on the Traxxas remotes, but I did end up buying my first 3D printed part that somebody else created, and it actually works out great because it's a GoPro mount, and you just take the GoPro little piece out, and like this piece like goes on it absolutely perfect. So yeah, but this thing's great. I've had this for quite some time, and I would definitely recommend this. Not only is it great for clamping to like a table, but clamps onto the remotes really well. It has a rubber top mount right here, and then kind of like a plastic rotational piece that will go on something round or something flat. Yeah, the thing's great. All right. Let's see. Barbecue is here. What's going on, Barbecue? Jonathan Unger, what's going on, man? It's a piece of crap. Yes, sir. To me, it is. Ozzy's here. Wow. I didn't think, well, it's actually a different spelling. Not O-Z-Z-Y. Hope you are safe where you are. Only just started following. Great stuff. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, we're just out here having some fun, This is the outside studio or workbench. James Beeman, what's going on, guy? Mint, right? Right, absolutely. Yeah, 81 in Florida. I don't even know what the temperature is over here. So I think today was supposed to get up to like high 50s. I'm hoping it will break 60, but that's highly unlikely. So weather for over here for today right now, it says that it's 52 degrees. So 52 degrees feels like 48. That's about right. And then whoa, originally it was supposed to get up to 58 degrees. I guess not. They bucked it down to 54. Tomorrow, it's going to be rain tomorrow. Looks like Tuesday is going to be rain. Maybe possibly the next day, sunny day will, I guess, be Thursday over here. So it's hard to figure out where this thing should go. But anyways, I'll show you what's going on with this thing right here. I'll get some of this stuff out of the way. Get the kaiju out of here. This was just put in here just for looks. Just because we're gonna rip it. We also have that boy today right there. I'm gonna take the kaiju tires and wheels off of it and put these stock tires on, which obviously here's the stock tire. Big difference between that and the kaijus. So these are actually gonna go on. That's the Habao Hyper MT Sport. It's their first truck. Totally bone stock. We are going to rip it on 6S. It's all ready to go. Got 2 HRB batteries sitting in there. And then right here is kind of, this is what broke on that buggy. And again, 100% my fault. But what I want to see is I want to see if these things are going to fit on that. They probably won't. But I just grabbed them out here just to see if they would potentially maybe fit. But I do have the stalkers anyway, so yeah, now that I look at it, it probably won't fit. I'd have to change like the whole everything. So I guess we'll just be swapping these out on it. I didn't even look. It was just a guess. All right. The sun is shining. We got landscapers landscaping. I can hear the backpack blowers in the background. Not that I'm interested in that right now. No, thank you. I am good. All right, so this is the Habao Hyper SS, and there's your wheel flop. The Habao Hyper SS caged truggy. It's got this flip top, and I've always liked the buggy style. And I feel as though, granted, I haven't opened up the truggy box yet, so I don't know if there's some type of bracing that goes in between front to back for the actual, truggy version versus the caged truggy. But with this tire and wheel setup, it is not, again, I keep saying it to everybody, this particular tire and wheel setup is not designed for my track. So when I took it out back, I did some road ripping with this thing just to see what we could get for a top speed on 6S. And I gotta tell you, the power ratio, or whatever the gear to power ratio this thing has, this thing could definitely go way faster on the street than out of the box. It was sounding like the gearing was like, you could just hear it. You just knew by the power that this thing just point blank has, like off the line type of stuff. You could just tell that, changing out the gears in this thing would hugely increase the top speed that you would get. So if you were going to turn this thing into like a road rocket, it's already low to the ground, so it has some pretty soft springs on it. I've got the rear shocks almost down all the way to the bottom, compressing those springs to bring the rear end up a little bit. Because the way this thing is designed, it's designed for sand. It's designed for, a track, or maybe even these wheels, they're designed for, maybe carpet or something like that, like a large carpet track or whatever. I don't know. But all I know is that for my backyard track, it is definitely not designed for that, and I kind of proved it by breaking it. So I think it was like, I don't know, my 5th jump or 6th jump. I didn't even review the footage. I just loaded it up on my computer and was just done with it. So we're going to pop this wheel off. We're going to replace that link arm. I'm going to pop the tires and wheels off, the Kaiju tires and wheels off of the MT Sport, throw on the originals. And I think actually my son might come by, and he's got his Red Cat Tornado, and we should like rip it on the road, because they're really not, the Red Cat Tornadoes, I feel like Probably a good track car would be my guess. It's really not. It's not designed for lawns. It's not designed for grass. It's designed for possibly sand, stuff like that. Not really designed for my backyard track either because, yeah, it's a 110 scale, small little ripper on 2 or 3S. And it goes. Definitely moves on the pavement really well. So I'm hoping that, maybe I'll get my Tornado out and he'll have his, and we'll do some ripping together. Keep that social distance thing. And that's what stinks, man. You want to have family over and stuff because it's weird. It's like that time where everybody's got time off because obviously this COVID or whatever it is. What is it called? Coronavirus or COVID-19. So it's like everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people have time off, and it's like, yeah, I start to want to spend time with people, but you gotta be careful. So anyways, let's just bust open into this thing right here and see what's broke. But anyways, like I said, good morning, everybody. All right, Big Papa Paul guy, what's going on? What do we got here? Oh, dude, Riff Raff, your heat is on? The heat is on. Yeah, the heat is on. I forget what that's from. It's funny. I got my notes. You don't see it. So one of my neighbors just drove by and they were looking at me the whole entire way. It's yep, that's right. I'm in my outside studio. I'm filming. Go check my YouTube channel. You just gotta have some fun, right? Might as well. With all this junk that's going on. I just want to adjust this so it looks kind of semi-normal. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. I might change it. We'll see. Let's see. What is happening? Went to freezing overnight. Yeah, actually, last night for us, it was in the 30s, low 30s. Let's see, what do we got here? Sergeant J, what's going on, brother? Snow is all gone? Yeah, it was literally gone that day. It came out, snowed, made it frozen, and then it just kept raining all day and just got rid of everything. Dark Side RC, what's going on, guy? Yeah, the buggy's cool, but I don't like and this is something that you're not supposed to do either. See this? See what I forgot? I left my batteries connected. That was dumb. Well, anyways, yeah, there's some stuff I don't like about this. I wish this cage was a little bit more accessible than it is, and I think I'm gonna try to figure out a way using body pins because everything goes together tight, right? And these are the body pins to the Sport, but because of the way this is, it definitely does. I mean, I find it difficult to try to get my hands in there to try to swap out a battery. So it's definitely not something that, you can swap out a battery very quick. And I think that is its only drawback, and maybe why the regular Truggy itself is possibly better. I mean, I definitely like the buggy look. That's just kind of like the vehicles that I like. But it is kind of a pain in the neck. And Habao makes good products. Even when you just look at the small little details, they got a spring holder, it connects onto the bottom shock cap, and it's just there's things in this that make this a great handling vehicle, but I took it out on a track that it's not designed for. So totally my fault for breaking it. I should have known. I was beating it, but whatever. I just landed wrong. I went over a jump, and I think I was getting too cocky with it, and I shouldn't have. Because also with this type of wheel, also too, the center diff. The center diff on this thing, I got to figure out what's going on with that. It is definitely, for my style of driving that I do, the center diff definitely needs to be locked up a little bit better than, well, not even a little bit better. It needs to be point blank locked up way better than it does. Especially if I'm going to be throwing those Kaiju tires and wheels on it. Because it is gonna totally diff out this front end if I don't change the fluid inside the center diff. So that'll obviously be something that I'm gonna do. I still have to get hex extenders, or go like Gus's custom creation was saying, grinding out the wheels. I don't like extra work, and I like I said, I think I get what he's getting at. You know, I totally agree when you get extenders, but I only want to extend it like the whole like hub piece. So you know what I mean? Like, you obviously have the hex. I literally just want to extend it that much more. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's going to put on a huge amount of strain on the suspension. But then obviously you're messing with shock oil. You got to change the shock oil. The shock oil is definitely really light, and the springs themselves are really light. But I'm not driving this car the way it's intended, meaning the way it's set up from the factory. Probably for the terrain that they intended for this vehicle to go on. I don't drive that terrain. I don't live in the desert. So, I mean, I have beaches, but my style of driving is more, you know, bash and thrash, I guess. So, yeah, let's just pop this wheel off. Yeah. All right. 17 millimeter, obviously. I got neighbors coming by. They're going to be looking at me. Hey, what are you doing? I'm monologuing here. So I'll pop this wheel off. You can see this is what broke. Maybe I can get you in there. Maybe something like that. Where you can actually get in there and see what I'm doing here. Yeah, I don't know. These wheels are definitely not designed for what I just did. It is nice though, because it is a fairly smooth, clean design. So it's almost as if running this wheel in like a mud. You wouldn't have. Never mind. There's no way for the mud to get out of there. Yeah, it's a straight sand wheel. Straight sand or carpet track. That's what this wheel is. And that's not how I run, so. But we're going to take off this little link arm piece right here. Like I said, I do have replacements. They're these pieces right here. They're not the exact replacement, but they should fit. It is just a link rod end for 1/8 scale. So I did want to put these bad boys on. Could you imagine that? Now that would be mint. But obviously the rod ends won't fit. I'd have to change out to different rod ends. Not really interested in doing that. All right, let's see here. Gus guy, what's going on? Some people have good luck with spacers, but right. I mean, and Gus, and that's why I keep saying it. That's why I keep referencing you on there, because I get why you're saying it. I'm just too lazy. I don't want to do all that work. I just want to buy a damn spacer and throw it on and deal with the consequences. You know what I mean? Your way is probably the right way. Or actually, maybe I should just get the right kind of wheels. But these Kaijus, you already know these Kaijus are awesome. All right, let's see. Hopefully I've got all the stuff we need here. That's the one thing I don't like about these drivers. They're always loosening up. I should probably just Loctite them. I mean, I swear they just loosen up by sitting around, not doing anything. Now, see, that's interesting. This actually has a good amount of spacers in there. So looking at this, right, this actually has 2 spacers to keep that hub in. So I wonder if I could put, if I eventually wanted to, I could probably put a more sizable hub in there. And look at that. That is a huge amount of spacer. Huh. Anyways, let's get that piece off. Probably don't have the right size wrench. Nope. Of course I don't. Alrighty. Now, looking at this link, I can see it's like basically a half of a thread showing. So once I pry this piece off and I put this piece on, the only issue is knowing that these link arms right here, these links are probably a different style altogether. Yeah, look at that. So this is actually an offset link. So while the link I have is going to work, I hope, man, we might end up with a problem here. I thought I had the links for it. I've got other links, but I may have to be switching to a different link because that's an offset. That actually may create a problem. I didn't notice that. Now see, this is what happens when you go live. So this is what's called an offset link. See that? And then the link that I thought I was going to put on here was going to be that. Now see, now I'm messing with geometry. So I'm just going to bust this open anyway. See if there's any kind of a conflict with it. Gee, I wonder if the ball ends are going to fit. Looks like the balls are about the same. And I think these rod ends are probably the same too. See, this is why going live is rough, because you're not always really 100% prepared here. So we are missing pieces too, the way this broke. Yeah, it broke really well. Wow, we're missing a lot of pieces on this thing. So that is definitely a different type of end piece. So let's see if God, I really wish these things would fit. Could you imagine that? Boom. You know, have a big meaty piece like that on there. And it actually would fit too. But obviously the balls won't fit, because here's a factory ball. We'd have to grind stuff down, and I'm not doing that. Again, that goes on that too much work or too much effort thing. So I got to press these out of here. I don't know if this has a shoulder. Yeah, that doesn't have enough of a shoulder on it. So using that, I should be able to press that out of there. Just give it a whack with a hammer. I mean, I can set it up like this, something like that. Give it a smack. We'll pop that ball right out. I don't have a hammer on me, so I'm gonna use the cross. There we go. Here's our ball. Trying to see. Yeah, it looks the same. Looks like it matches up. Isn't that funny though, huh? I wonder if that's going to cause a problem for me here. I'm thinking it's gonna. Now, I'd rather be able to press this in instead of smacking it in. But again, I guess it doesn't really matter. I actually do want to press that in. I don't have my ball link install piece thing here. Maybe I can use one of these pliers. Will that work? The ultimate RC hammer. Dude, it was hammer time. Yeah, so this is gonna press it in kind of funky. Looks like it's getting there. So that did go in there. This is definitely just not going to... It's not going to give it its same... It's not going to give it its same function. It's going to be... I'm going to have to tighten up that... Because this link is actually definitely way longer. Look at that. Look how much longer that link is. That link is almost like 3/8 of an inch, maybe even half of an inch longer. I may end up with some issues here. All right. Well, I'm gonna crank this out, just because obviously it needs to be cranked out anyway. Hopefully the wheel's gonna fit on. I wonder if I'm gonna have an issue with my kaijus now. Changing over to what's that, like a 30 degree rod end over to a straight. So we'll see. And this is obviously the reverse side thread. There we go. Just what I want to do right now is I want to get this, I want to have just about the same amount of threads revealed, which it looks like I'm already there. But I do want to see if I want to see if this is going to mess it up, because I don't want that. I still want to rip this thing. The link arms, these link arms definitely, I feel these link arms right here, these are a softer material. I think I can actually feel that it's a... Yeah, this is definitely a softer material. So probably these new link arms may be an upgraded link arm, or maybe the fact that these link arms right here just might be too old. Because over time, plastic that sits, this is an older RC. So I have no idea how long this thing was sitting in a box. The box itself looked like it was in good shape. But you guys know, plastics over time get brittle, so who knows, maybe that was the issue. You know, along with my horrible driving. You'll see it in the video. I got it on video. I point blank just treated it like a piece of crap. I definitely coulda and shoulda drove it way better. All right, let's see. Coulda, shoulda. So there is actually an upper and a lower position. And I didn't pay attention to which side it was. I gotta look at the other side to see which way it came off. It looks like it's on the lower hole. So we are on the lower hole for this. Put my little shim in here. Pat's channel, you're retracting messages. What's up? You saying bad things? Good morning to you anyway, Pat's channel. James George, you're retracting messages too. What's going on? I'm not paying attention, so hopefully my moderators are catching things if people are being bad. Pat's got a techno? Nice. Dark side. Gus did a little event at the moment. It's funny, people like literally right when they get to my house, they're like looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm doing it live. Christopher Kerr, what's going on, guy? James, are you talking about me? Bad spelling, hooked on phonics. There you go, man. Chuck Hall, what's going on, guy? All right, where am I? See, that's why Gus is a moderator, to hopefully catch any garbage that's potentially out there, because we don't want no garbage on this channel. No garbage. Oh, what am I using the wrong? Yeah, how about this? Try using the longer pin. Maybe that might work. Today on RC Guy Garage, watch me fumble my way through trying to put this thing back together. There we go. Nice. All right, now we got this piece here. Put that little bolt on. You know, I realize is the sun is kind of moving away. I don't know if that's any better or worse. Let's see. These nylocks also seem a little weak too. So we'll see what this, how this is going to be. What position was the other one? So the other one's position was all the way out on the top. So we'll see. Does look like I'm going to have to twist that out a little bit more. We get the little bone dogger in there. Little bone dogger. What did I say? Did I say all the way out? No, it was all the way in. So this one was all the way in like that. Feed that one through. No shims required on this top one. Oh, I got the wrong one here. Why isn't that funny? It's funny how the top pin is a 2.5 and the bottom one is a 2. Seems odd. Give that a little crank. Yeah, I don't know. That actually is a huge difference. I am going on the right hole too. Yeah, we are definitely going to have to change some stuff here. That link arm was definitely way longer. It's like an extended. Let's see what happens when I put the wheel on. See if we have any interference. Do we? That is close. So that would be close for interference too. I mean, it is right there. I'm going to just throw this on. Once I adjust that out a little bit, it'll probably help it, but yeah, I don't know. Let's give this a crank. Yeah, I still got to crank that out. You know, I don't know. Yeah, that is a hugely extended piece. So I'm going to crank this out a little bit more. Just to see if I can get it to better. Am I going the wrong way here? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. So, and then doing it like this, you're losing threads too. So, you're losing a little bit of holding power. Yeah, look at the difference. Yeah, so this link arm was huge. I definitely lost a few pieces on this thing. That thing is massive. I mean, look at, like, literally, I think this is how long. I almost think that's how long the piece is. So if that's how long that is, looking at the other side, that is literally about how long this link arm is. So if this link arm is this long, like looking at the other side, that's what I'm looking at. And I just put this on. Now I'm compromising big time. Look at that. Now I'm compromising the link as far as it holding on to the front and, not front, the inner and outer. So this might not be a solution. That's why I was hoping this thing would work. It would be awesome if I could switch to that. But then we'll probably end up with even more clearance issues. Damn it. Well, I don't know. I think we'll still be able to rip it. It's just, man, wonder if I have link pieces. Now, I did have other link arms, these ones, but I have a feeling that these are the exact same as what's in here. And yeah, they are. This'll give me an idea too, or give you an idea of what we're looking at for the link arm size and how much I'm actually losing. So I'm gonna shoot you way in here if I can. Go like this. And then the tripod's trying to tip over now. Not gonna work. Tripod's tipping. Oh, excuse me. Strict. What do you mean rotate device? The device is rotated. So there we go. So that's that piece. Now I'm gonna just break this open just to show you how many threads we don't have holding on. So it looks like this is a fail. So here's a factory replacement. So I literally I've got half of the amount of threads now holding on. Yeah, so that's a fail. Damn it. Well, it was worth a shot. I don't think there's any other thing that I can do other than buying new link arms. Maybe I should just switch over to the Losi ones. Well, it was worth a shot, right? Honestly, I didn't realize that these things were so massive, and I didn't even see that they were 30 degree or whatever the heck these are. I think they're called 30 degree, right? Yeah, I didn't even realize that. And then these ones just are not long enough. And then I think we almost start to get into a conflict. It's close. We're not there now. Now that I extended it out and got rid of some of that, now that I got rid of some of that camber out of there. We're all the way out on this piece here. I could probably go to the other hole on the hub, but then that might just, for a basher, it really won't matter. It looks pretty consistent now. I just don't like the fact that now we're just dealing with half threads. So I guess for now, this we're just going to have to leave it like this. But what I wanted to show you too was I wanted to show you, some people would call it difficulty, and it kind of is a pain in the neck. So if you're used to, you know, like a true flip top, this is a flip top, but it's a flip top that you have to mess with. And this, I'm finding, is the only reason why, like for this, that I don't like this flip top. It seems like the cage is probably introducing some forward and aft strength, but you've got to take out these side screws right here that hold the cage down, which on these I could always take and I could pin it, right? You could get pins and you could pin it. Okay, so the pins do work. But I did find another slight issue if you were going to go with pins that I didn't like. So you got to take that screw out of there. Then you got to go to the back here. And this is just because my hands just don't function. They don't get inside this buggy. So we'll take this screw out here. Yep.
Do you think it's okay if I left the gate open so that maybe Daisy would go off and go to the bathroom instead of just leave it off and see what happens?
Yeah, because she's fine.
Yeah.
I think she has a tendency to kind of stay there.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to.
And then take off this side screw as well. And I'll show you how difficult it is. I mean, look at trying to get in here. Like, your hand can kind of get in through here, but then doing the straps is just kind of funky. So it's not... The cage design wasn't very intuitive, I guess. Then you got to go after this back screw. Chief Gunny, what's going on, guy? It is a cool buggy, man, but it's little stupid things. And now the top will flip up, right? So that's a good design. I like the fact that the top flips up, but it's to get to it. It's definitely not a quick change. And you'd also have to make sure that you had good drivers. And then eventually knowing that screwing in and out of plastic, every time you're changing out a battery, that, can potentially... What I was saying is that maybe you could pin this, right? But and pin this, you are then introducing a pin to potentially stay be a no-go. So it is a cool. I do like it, but I feel like I'm going to do some modifications to it. I wish I could kind of keep it the way it is, but functionally, it just doesn't very functionally work. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the battery tray is odd. You know what I mean? And I do believe that they don't stop this design probably because of that. I mean, that battery tray, it barely fit these packs, and these are my smaller packs. These are my Ovonic Airs. I mean, and that pack just barely fits there. So I think we got some constraint issues with this design. I might see if I can actually convert this to the real Truggy and be done, I guess, maybe with this buggy look, even though I like it. I'll see if I can modify it first, but those are my gripes, The small ones. Performance of the buggy is probably great. It's just, popping out screws every single time you want to do this. It's not very, it's not a very intuitive way to do it. It's just, it's slow. And I'm all about, not doing extra work. I hate doing extra work for no reason. Just because I want to swap out a battery. And then trying to line up the screws on the back. You know what I mean? The buggy itself is mint. The construction of it is probably the same thing, probably mint. I don't have enough stick time with it to give you like a proper opinion, so I won't. Other than saying so far from what I saw, limitedly, it drove great. I don't like. The coffee shakes here. So I think it's got a good platform. I just obviously have to, I got to figure out what I want to do with this thing. I really do like it. I like its styling, but it's just not. It's not intuitive. It's not, you know what I mean? It almost seems like maybe if I cut the tubes here and somehow do something, I don't know. I just don't. I don't get it. Most people, you want to literally instantly swap out a battery. Hey, got a visitor here. What you doing? Oh, I can't tilt the phone down to you. It's my dog. She decided to come over and say hello. But anyways, we will get to ripping this thing again. I've just got to figure out what to do about those link arms in the back. It does look like it also did change that. Yeah, it definitely did. This, because of change in that link arm, it changed the geometry of this. So I'd have to swap out and do the same exact thing on that side. So, yeah. So I think on this, I'm going to have to do some link swaps, or I'm not ordering those same pieces. I think it broke. I think it broke too easy. I will to these bad boys. But then that's paying $50 to Losi. $50. I'm going to take this off so I can show you. So you look here. When you look down on that line of stuff, you see the link sticking out on the back right. Look at that. That's huge. I gotta read comments too because I feel like people probably already have. There we go. Oh, the stream you here. Let's see. Fog City RC. What's going on, guy? Marcus Kingtree RC. What's going on, man? Oh, the stuttering was obviously on my end, huh? Looks like it's all right now. I think it's when I touch the stupid thing. OGRC, what's going on? I didn't even see you were here. Fenix or Phoenix? Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix RC. Didn't see you were here. What's going on, man? Fog City. Yes, on my end, yeah. It's probably all right now, though, right? Looks like it's all right. Oh, Brett, are you saying you picked one of these up? Massive stuttery issues. No, A10 Warthog, no. How did you end up, how did you mod your battery tray? Just cut it in half? How'd you end up modding? Just like cut the whole front off or something? Because the way that battery tray is, man, it's like you literally just have to cut it in order and then drill the chassis. Yeah, the chimes. Yeah, we're outside. Let me go look. Did you figure out, like, did you have breakage on yours? The breakage was obviously because I was driving it like an animal. But anyways, this is out of here. All right. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to be ripping this thing today. Batteries are all charged up. We're just going to take the Kaijus off for now. It doesn't need these tires on right now. This was just to see what they would look like. So we're going to toss that stuff in there. Go on the wall of shame here. Let's see. And these are probably pretty close to being at storage charge, I think, from ripping that buggy. I did get a bunch of speed runs with it, and then I did run it outside, so I think it's fine. I could check them with the cell checker right now, actually. Get the cell checker right here. So my guess is that it's close enough to just being fine as far as just leaving them alone. Yeah, they're at 80%. That's a little bit too much, huh? Yeah, 80%'s too much. But it's safer than full charge, so. Let's see where this one's at. This one is at, if I connect it right way. This one's at 79. So yeah, they're about the same. But after I do some ripping with these tires, these ones right here, these are the factories. So you can see there's a massive difference between the factory size tires and wheels versus the Kaijus. And I do like the way this truck looks with the Kaijus. I almost feel like these are just, I don't know, maybe these are a little bit too big for this truck. Because the Kaijus look mint on this thing. But, oh, I don't have the drive. This is always messing with me. This takes a larger size. What's that? Whipping. I see you, Daisy. Do you see her? Hi, Daisy. I see you. Such a good girl. No, this is the Hyper MT Sport. This is the first one. So here's the size difference. Kaijus versus the tires that are stock on it. Huge difference. But I think the Kaijus would probably work better on this truck. It's just a guess. I have not ripped this truck yet. What, huh? Yeah, she's an English Mastiff, but she's not the fat kind of English Mastiff. She's an athletic genealogy line, I guess. I didn't want one of the big fat ones. So she'll at least stay energetic. Although she is slow. Everything she does is slow-mo. Everything she does. I'm telling you, it's a riot. So that's the difference, man. I mean, look at that huge, massive difference. Stock tires versus the Kaijus. When you put the body on, the Kaijus just seem to look better. This would probably help, this probably helps the suspension, but... Anyways, let's see. You love your big slobber box. Isn't that awesome? Dude, they are. English are smaller. I don't. No, I wouldn't say they're smaller. Because last time she was weighed, she was 148, and she was still growing. So she's a good size, but I think she's more like muscle bulky instead of being fat. She's a very attractive dog. She doesn't have like the massive like what Chuck Hall I think said, right? Chuck Hall said slobber box. She's not like that. She doesn't have the massive like slobbery jowls or anything like that. You could tell that it's there, it's present. It's just not massively huge. She's so chill. She's just walking around. What was awesome was we had her out in the waterfront, and there was this little kid. Little kid comes up, and obviously she was just wanting to like just be patted by the little kid, and the kid's like, "Can I pat your tiger?" And I was like, "Absolutely." It was such a riot. The kid literally thought she was a tiger. And this was when she was still not as big as she is now, but she was close to it. You just lost your... What do you mean you just lost your dog? Fog. Like lost it, like it passed away, or she ran away? Or he? Say he or she. Fog City guy, you're killing me. Did the dog pass away? Oh, that stinks, man. Sorry for that, man. I mean, not everybody, feels like their pets are family, but in our family, our, animals are definitely family members. And we just lost our chocolate lab 2 years ago, and I still feel it every day that he's not here. He was my buddy. Our whole family feels it. It's crazy. It is like losing a child, man. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe to me it's like losing a child, I guess. Wouldn't be like that way maybe for everybody. So there we go. Back into its stock configuration. This thing is ready to rip. I'm going to do some speed runs on this on 6S. Right out of the box, one of the things that I don't like the excessive toe. So I usually run these things out of the box, but this one, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to adjust these toe arms right now. That's way too much for me. I don't like it. Like I said, normally I just run them out of the box, but I'm not going to do that with this. Where's the wrench? I'm missing the wrench I need. I think it's a 5.5. 5.5 or a 7/32 will work. No, it won't work. I need a 5.5. And I thought I had a 5.5 out here. It should have been right in this kit. Let's see, 5, 7:30 seconds. Yeah, I guess I don't have a 5.5. Come on. Are you serious? Alright. Well, I'm gonna adjust these link arms anyway. Way too much toe. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. For me, that is way too much. I don't know if you can see that, but when you line up that front wheel's almost straight. Look at how much toe that thing has. Way too much. That's straight right there. That's just way too much. So I'm going to take some of that out before I run it. Anyways, there we go. Something like that, I guess. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I guess that's all right, right? Barbecue, thank you very much for that, man. You buy 200 pounds of dog food and eat ramen for yourself? That's awesome. Joe Daddy's Garage, what's going on? 4 dogs get treated better than I do. That's a good thing. My childhood dog was a black lab. Yeah, so here. This is, so Facebook, right? Facebook always does these like memory things. So this is the Facebook memory that they sent me today. Which, it's nice, but it also makes you remember like, oh man. Do you know what I mean? So, this right here. This is my pup. He was a chocolate lab. Loved the water. Absolutely loved it. But anyways. Oops. Scruffy, what's going on, man? Good day. Joe Daddy's Garage, he's always working. If he's not working at work, he's working. Hello from Texas. What's going on, Texas? So anyway, this thing's ready to rip. Kaiju's ready to rip. Like I had said, I'm gonna be beautiful day out. While it may not be that like 60 degrees that they said it was going to get up to, it's going to be 58 degrees. I think that's close enough. Am I in frame? I think I'm in frame. Yeah. So anyways, I think I'm going to end this live right here. What are we looking at? Hour and a half or so? Something like that? It's not too bad. So obviously, like all you guys know, this is COVID and Coffee morning check-in. It's something that I'm literally doing every single day. It'll probably end whenever this COVID stuff ends, because then it would be kind of pointless to call it COVID and Coffee. So, but we're gonna speed rip the Kaiju on 6S today. I'm actually gonna take out the Hibao Hyper MT Sport Plus. It's the first time this thing has been ripped. It's also on 6S. We'll get some speed numbers on that, and then take it out back to the backyard track. I think my son is going to come over with his Red Cat Tornado. I'll take out my Red Cat Tornado, and we can like rip it up and down the street. That'll actually be pretty fun. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the show, COVID and Coffee. Like I said, I don't know how long it's going to last for, because you don't want the COVID to last forever. So apparently that the show can't last forever either, right? So good to watch till it's all over, right? To keep you sane. Might have to think about something else to call it, because I'm enjoying doing this check-in. It's good because it gets that community thing going, But like I always say, just be good to everybody out there and get out there and rip it. And if people need help, just give them help. Especially with the way things are right now, it definitely is a wake-up call to maybe some people to realize that assistance and help is appreciated and needed. Definitely thank our essential workers. That is definitely huge, because as us non-essential workers get to sit down on our butts right now, some of those non-essential workers that are literally at the front lines, I'm talking everything from truck drivers to food store people that have to go to work every day to supply and stock those shelves. The truck drivers literally driving truck to supply, and I don't know, man. This is definitely crazy. It's definitely crazy, and I'm a worker, so it's like, you know what I mean. Being able to work in only a limited capacity right now for myself is driving me insane. So. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for coming to this episode of COVID. Wanting everybody said to each other, and just get out there and right where we. Yeah. Everybody, thank you for coming to the stream, and I'm out of here. We'll see you later. Ashley people, Fog City. See you later, man. Scruffy Page. See you later, man. COVID and Coffee catch up. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Coffee and ketchup. Scruffy. That's actually pretty good. Coffee and ketchup. That's not bad. I like that. Lyndon Kelly. See you later, man. Chuck Hall, Kurtz RC, RC Master, Brett, Rochelle. Who else is here? Noah's here. Matt's Guy. What's going on, Guy? All right. And then Nagam. I can't say that. From Impal. Nagaganum. I'm sorry. I'm totally destroying your name, Guy. I can't say those hard ones. Those hard ones are tough to say. Anyways, all right, I'm out. Oh, Jeff Beeman, you're here too. All right, man. I'm out of here. We'll see you later. Just gonna end this live. You can look at that beautiful thing right there. I'm going to take that thing out and rip it today. And, yeah, that's it. Do I want to end the live? Of course I do. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We'll see you later.